Hey, welcome to the Highlands. We're up here at last. So this is, we're still on episode 0 because we're still just getting set up. Day 5. I think this is day 5. This is going to be the first full day, I think, hopefully, that I get to spend up here just working. It's late summer, which is a little bit of a rough time. And the monsoons are over. Unfortunately, as much as I wanted to move during the monsoons, I kind of missed the boat on that. We didn't get up here. There's a lot of family stuff. There's a family house down 60 miles in town. And yeah, that's how far away it is. Grocery shopping is going to be an experience up here. It's nice. Behind me on this side, you can see 5 fingers, one of the currently 6 saguaros we've identified on the property. There are not a lot of saguaros on this 40 acres. There are a lot more slightly further down. We are at the height, we're in a little bowl, but we're at the high point of the interface of the Mojave and Sonoran deserts and a juniper forest. So there are lots of junipers on the property, lots of Joshua trees, plenty of yucca, some saguaro, some beryl. Right now there's a lot of chinchweed. Chinchweed is not chickweed. Chinchweed is a member of the daisy family, but the flowers are extremely small. They look like little fairy daisies, and it's just all over here as a carpet. So, as you can see behind me, we've gotten some space cleared out. We finally got a dozer team in, and they cleared out some space and put in a access driveway, basically. So we can get a 2-wheel drive vehicle in without having to have a 4-wheel drive high clearance vehicle. So that's nice. That is step 1. A lot of people have a lot of different ideas about homesteading and off-grid living. Let's just call it off-grid living. I'm not sure that this is as much back to the land, although the construction process probably will be. I'm not setting this up as some sort of high productivity 8-hour-a-day farm. So, we don't have to talk about that either. Off-grid living, how much self-sufficiency we're going to get into up here is highly debatable. The capability is nice, but that's not actually the goal right now. The goal right now for me is to get a little separated from some of the more negative and authoritarian aspects of society, set up a life on the edges, get de-stressed, and work on my health, my physical health. It's been an interesting journey since January of 2020. I was having a lot of fun, feeling very good, very free, physically very good throughout most of 2020 up until I think fall, late fall. And the stress started to creep in. I think stress is actually just about all of it. Stress and an inability to just float around and move. And that's one of the things that's going to be very interesting up here, is that I want to be on the road a certain amount. I want to have fun and explore. And that's going to be an interesting balance with the need to fill tons of dirt in sandbags and build earth shelters up here and all the other stuff we're doing. So, I hope you enjoy the ride. I'm going to try to do, if not daily, at least every couple of days, these morning coffee videos. I'm on the west side of the RV. Didn't really want to bring the RV up here. I wanted to sell it. I really wanted to be in a much smaller, easier to park van. But the RV is where we're at right now, and it does have all of the facilities should I care to maintain them, upgrade them, make them work with what we're doing. And we have a septic system coming in the next couple of weeks, so that's basically all we need as far as modern modern county and state permit stuff. Once we have a septic and everyone knows where my poop is going, no one actually cares what we do up here. And that's good. You know, there's some waiver forms for building inspections for utility buildings and stuff like that. There are always limits. There's always property taxes and there's always some permit limits, but no one really cares. As long as we're not doing anything supremely stupid. Anyway, I wanted a smaller van and something that was easier to road camp in. But we've got the RV, which has a generator, and I'm hoping to wean myself off the generator really soon. Project for that is refrigeration. It's the only thing that the generator really does for us right now. Water pressure in the RV I can do off of the Jackery, the solar-powered battery bank. I just have to wire it in. The little bit of lights that we have used, I can use that. Charging things, we can just use that. That's fine. But I'm going to need refrigeration, so we're going to be thinking about that. I think that's going to start with a earth bag utility building because I need that temperature stability built in. And then we'll put up the panels and see what it takes in the winter and the summer to actually run this. You know, remember that we're at summer temperatures. We're in the upper 40s Celsius, for those of you who use inhumane measurement systems. 105 to 115 is actually reachable up here. Usually, fortunately, we're closer to that 95 to 105 high than we are to the 105, 115 high that you'll see down in the valleys or the lowlands. We're not particularly high. I say this is Highlands, but we're not super high. We're at about 3,200 feet, which, you know, I've been living in a valley. The old homestead is in a valley that is 500 feet higher, but still at the bottom of a valley in the Indo-Arctic Basin, the Great Basin. Very different, very different. I'm a Sonoran Desert native for much of my childhood, and man, being back out here with the red dirt feels so much nicer. Also, not breathing alkali dust from million-year-old dead sea bottoms. It's nice. So that's it. I'm rambling. It's morning. I've got so much stuff to talk about, but we're going to go ahead and do this in episodes. This is an adventure for years. I will be doing special content on either locals or I don't know, probably I'll start a locals. And I will be doing regular content here, probably mostly on Rumble. I'll keep updating the existing YouTube channels when I can until they kill me on YouTube, because I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm not going to lie about vaccines and passports and you know, the Soviet government running Joe Biden behind the scenes or whatever it is that pisses them off this week. So when I talk about it, I'm just going to talk about it. We're going to focus on Rumble right now because the upload process works very well. BitChute never actually worked for me. So I'm really happy. I hope that there's a future for the content